Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan, and welcome back to Money Talks. Today, I'm going to talk to you about two different things that have been in the news. One, if you haven't received your check, some of the things that may be preventing you from actually receiving that direct deposit stimulus. And then two, some of the new proposals that are in place and starting to develop coverage and make its way through Congress. If this is your first time joining me here on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. So, many people started receiving their stimulus payments last week. And without a doubt, a lot of people haven't received theirs, and it's beginning to build some frustration. So some of the couple of things that are going on is, number one, if you didn't file your 2018, 2019 taxes, or you're a non-filer, or you are a Social Security recipient, and there are many other cases in this scenario, your payment will actually be delayed. And if you're trying to actually follow your payment, see where it is in the process, well, that Get My Payment feature actually needs some work. The IRS is well aware of the struggles many people are having with trying to track their payment and get their payment right on time and trying to know where they are in the process. So that tool, because of the activity that's going on, many people checking at one time, and also because the tool wasn't really vetted prior to the launch, meaning they didn't really test it out, everything was done in a quick fashion, this is causing a delay in you actually receiving your payment because you can't upload information, and a lot of the information that the IRS is going off of is based off prior tax returns or whatever information they may have for you on file, which could be incorrect. But needless to say, you will get your payment, but the difficult portion will be, can you be a little bit more patient, give the IRS some time to kind of work through the kinks of that website, and also be fruitful in your time of how can you start to move forward. There's a second group of individuals that if you use a tax service like an H&R Block, a TurboTax, a Jackson Hewitt, realize how your payment is actually coming through. So when you use those services, there's actually an intermediary bank that goes between the transfer of funds between the IRS and you actually getting your payment. Well, in this case, the IRS sent that payment to that intermediary bank. And so the intermediary bank sent your money back to the IRS as a file, and so you will actually receive your payment through the actual mail. The short answer of all that is, it's going to take a while to actually receive your payment because it's coming through the mail, and the batch of checks that go through the mail, as the IRS has already previously stated, will take some time over the next few weeks to be distributed out. The last group of individuals, maybe you've already received your payment, but it was incorrect. Well, in this case, there is actually a notice that is required by the IRS that they send to you if you believe your payment has been incorrect. And in that notice is the actual directions of how you can start to figure out how much you're less, meaning how much money you're missing, and then take next steps for you to be get your payment sent to you, or at least the rest of your payment sent to you. Needless to say, your waiting time should be about 15 days for you to actually get that initial letter. Now, all of this is a lot of jargon and a lot of information, but at the biggest time, it's really frustrating because we know you need your funds. I know you need your funds. And the patience is something that we might not have. But I would want to encourage you, stay on top of it, look for updates, and also look at other ways you can start to bring in income to meet your needs. Again, you have opportunities where you can delay payments if you owe loans, things of that nature. Also, I want to turn your attention about the things that are happening even as this care package is still finding its way out. So there are two new proposals that are in Congress now. One is for a $2,000 a month payment for at least 6 months to, again, qualified individuals and married couples to be received to, number one, get the economy back going, but then also to help meet the immediate needs going on. Second, the other proposal is for your rent or mortgage payments to be on hold for up to a year, just so that you can get some relief again through this time, because there's still a lot of unknowns. Even though there may be release and start to stage in new practices and developments to be able to open up the economy, the fact is we may actually be in for a little bit longer of a course of action. So how can we get ourselves started? One thing I will say is, in the case of the $2,000 a month stimulus, it will go, right now it's proposed to go down to as young as 16 years old, college students, and the income brackets have widened to a single person, $130,000 a year, and married couples to about $260,000 a year. I don't want to get into the details right now because likely as it goes through Congress and goes through our regular government process, these events and criteria will change. But the important thing is for you to understand that it's already recognized that that $1,200 stimulus may not be enough. And so likely, just like that first stimulus happened, there will probably be another course of action. For how much or what new action will occur, we don't know. But you can understand that given the brevity of this situation, it probably won't take long, because even with the CARE Act, it took about 3 weeks before that was approved and payments started to go out. So I want to encourage you that, yes, it does seem like a tumultuous time. You still need to be diligent, but understand that many are doing everything we can to get you through this scenario. And you just have to remain calm and be as vigilant as possible in your day-to-day life. I hope you like this video, and if you do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.